It's been a while. I had to take a little bit of time and go get a part-time job to kind of survive this close down a bit, but things are going back the way it should be, so here I am again. I decided I'm going to do a quick video on showing how to install this power supply in a stacker. They're not really too difficult. Stacker has just got a couple weird things with it, but for the most part it's no different than any other power supply. So we'll go ahead and get this power supply hooked up and we'll test the game and make sure it works just fine. Alright, let's get all set up here. Alrighty, so I got our new power supply here. It's just a standard one, Suzu HAP. It's adjustable. I've already went ahead and adjusted it. I pretty much plugged it into a spare power cord that I had so I can make sure the 5 volt was set where I wanted it. I have it set at 5.1. It's always best to make sure you check these because you just don't know. So these knobs could have gotten turned by anybody or in shipping. You just don't know. It's not a good idea to just plug it in and hope for the best. I've fried a few boards that way myself, so save yourself the trouble. Now, on the stacker unit, the blue wire is your hot wire or your line wire. Alright? The brown wire is going to be your neutral. And this yellow with a green stripe on it, that's going to be your field ground. So, when you look at the power supply, that means that that yellow with the green stripe is going to go to this lug right here. The blue wire is going to go to the ACL. And the brown wire is going to go to the ACN. Alright. The other wires we're going to deal with in this are going to be our reds, which is going to be 5 volt. It's pretty standard at this point here. So red's going to be 5 volt. Our yellows are going to be our 12 volts. And of course our blacks are going to be our grounds. Now, you notice I got a jumper wire here. And that's because for the stacker, you actually have to jumper the field ground with the regular ground. We'll go ahead and get this power supply hooked up. I guess I should mention one thing. If you notice, all these wires, they don't have spade connectors. So that means we actually have to remove the lugs or the screw terminals completely off in order to slip them through and get them on there. I could go ahead and change them up for spades, but I'm not going to waste all that time to do that just for a power supply. So let's go ahead and get this set up and get it replaced. Get my screw, put it in the wire. Okay. I know I'm blocking the view, but I gotta get it kind of set up here. Okay, there. See, it's in its spot, right in the neutral, and we just tighten it down. That's all it is. Just like any other power supply, for the most part, unless it's an ATX. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these hooked up. It's all done exactly the same. The only thing I'll show you in a second is how you're supposed to piggyback the ground. Alrighty, so got everything all hooked back up. And like I said, this is that little jumper wire that I had to add. It came this way. It was part of the design. I'm not going to change it any. Whether all the stackers come this way or not, I'm not sure. Just check your stacker, check your manual before you go ahead and do it. But it's right here on the field ground, and it jumpers right over to one of the ground lugs. That's all. I got all 3 5 volts hooked up, 2 of the grounds here, 1 set of grounds with the jumper here, my 2 12 volts, and then of course my ACN. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mounted on the bottom plate. We'll plug it in and we'll see if it works. It's all good signs.
5,
Whoa.
4, 3, 2, 1. Stacker!
Alright, now we have it adjusted. Yeah, let's go take a look at the front. Alrighty. So I kind of turned the volume down a tiny bit so you can hear a little better. But it looks like it's working just fine. I might have to change the potentiometer for the volume, but that's no big deal. But we'll play a quick game just to kind of show you how it works in general if you've never played a stacker before. When you enter your coins and you start your game, you gotta stack blocks up, and if you make it to the miner spot, then you can choose a miner prize from below. Normally vendors will throw in something really cheap. It's like costing like 50 cents, maybe a buck. You can kind of tell by how much it costs to play the game. But as you can see in the demo, that's kind of what you do. You stack, stack, stack. But if you make it all the way to the tippy top up here, let's see if I can't. There we go, right there. Then you get the major prize, which is a prize that's hung on one of these 4 spinners right over here. Now, those prizes can range from anywhere from a couple dollars up to a few $100s, even in the thousands. It all depends on how much vendors charging for you to play. But we'll go ahead and we'll credit up quick. You can see how a quick game goes, and then that'll pretty much be it. If I can even get it to credit up. Alright, from here we just got to press the start button and it's going to start going back and forth. And then the same button you press to start it is the one you're going to use to stop the blocks. Oh no. Alright, now that I won a minor prize, I can actually either hit the button that says continue, or select a prize from the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue. Oh no, did you see it skip over? Yeah, depending on how it's programmed. Yep, depending on how it's programmed. If it's nowhere near the amount of money needs to be in it before it pays out, it's going to do that little skip like that. If you pay really close attention to your stackers and your arcades and everything, you'll see that. So, that's stacker. That's how you replace a power supply. Go ahead and give this a like, subscribe, and look forward to watching the next one, because I'm actually going to be going a little more in depth in the stacker. We're going to learn how to program it and how to basically set them up if you want to use them as your vending spot. Alrighty, well that's it till next time then. On to the next project.
Prize.
Risk it all for the jackpot prize.
Woo! Woohoo!